Hey, what is going on, guys? SpikeBeat here. Before I get into anything about the gameplay in the background, I want to first say I hope that you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving, that you got to hang out with your family, eat a bunch of food, because we all know what the holidays are really about is eating a bunch and hopefully getting to see your family during that. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I had a pretty good one. Most of my family was actually sick on Thanksgiving Day, so we ended up not doing anything until Black Friday, which almost messed up my usual plans of where we do Christmas decorating on Black Friday. We don't shop, we don't do anything, we Christmas decorate because around here we are huge Christmas people. I love it. My house almost looks like a gingerbread house. We are very close. Maybe another year of adding more lights and we'll be there, but I am super excited to get to Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year, without a doubt, from Black Friday to New Year's Day when I have to take all the lights down and stuff. Best month of the year. But anyways, getting into the topic of this video here. In the background there's I think this is TDM Ground War. I am trying to get the Shiva. I'm trying to level this thing up and get all the attachments so that it's a usable gun. I really do not like this gun. It takes a lot of attachments to make it a good gun, and at this point I'm about halfway to getting all the good attachments so that this gun is usable. But I hope you enjoy that in the background. This is actually almost a 4KD here, which I think is pretty good, but somehow my team ended up losing, which this really brings us into the topic of today's video. Side note, if you have not used it, grab this thing. The XM53 is amazing. Shoot down enemy air support and all that. You get so many points. I actually just prestiged that launcher here. Well, from time of recording this video, I was playing about 20 minutes ago. I prestiged it about 30 minutes ago, and the thing is amazing. I highly recommend you grab that thing and use it like crazy. But anyways, you see a lot of times in life that people, usually if something goes wrong, something doesn't work out, something is not as fantastic as you hoped that it would be, you see people go 180 degrees, is the saying. They turn completely around from what they were doing and do something the exact opposite. Especially you see this in dating, for instance. And when I talking about dating, I'm talking about more of the real dating. You dated for more than a month. You dated for a long time. This is someone that you really liked. And you generally see that, oh, they were dating this person and they ended up breaking up. The next person they date, granted that it's not like a year or two down the road, that it's within a couple of, like a month or two, that the next person they date is going to be completely different because they're trying to get past that person. They're trying to jump away from that person. And they're going 180 degrees. You see this also in movies such as Star Wars. Without a doubt, my favorite movie series, movies in general, everything. I love Star Wars. But you saw in the Phantom Menace, the first of the newer movies to come out prior to The Force Awakens here in a couple of months. But Jar Jar Binks was a huge character in the Phantom Menace. And you notice that people didn't like Jar Jar Binks. People really rejected the character himself. So, did you see a whole lot of them in the Clone Wars? No. Did you see a whole lot of them in Revenge of the Sith? No. So you see them kind of turning, because George Lucas loved this character, turned 180 degrees, took the character and made him a very minor role. And you have now seen this here in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'm sure all of you have noticed playing this game that in Advanced Warfare, skill-based matchmaking was very obvious that it was in the game, because it was the number one thing. How good you were was what determined primarily whether or not you were getting into a match. And you would see it, you'd be playing people who were either just as good, if not just a little bit better than you. And no one liked it. People really hated that in Advanced Warfare. So what did Treyarch do? They went 180 degrees. They say that the number one thing is their connectivity. I totally agree. I think it is very accurate that the connection is prioritized here in this game, because it's obvious. I have not had too many games to where it's like, oh, lag was horrible. Now, I think the built-in lag the latency between like what happens on someone else's screen and your screen on good connection, which you can test this in LAN. There's plenty of, if you just basically go into a LAN match and time it, you can see that there's a huge delay. I think it's like 0.067 of a second, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it makes a huge difference in the game. But they went 180 degrees. So now the skill-based matchmaking is designed to, inside of that match, it makes it to where you end up in matches like this, to where I went 23-6, got almost 4 KD, and yet my team still lost. Look at those bottom guys. Not even a 0.5. So please, Treyarch, take skill-based matchmaking and make it